Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Thursday night and time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jay, and we're going to have a lot of co-hosts tonight. But first off, I want to thank everyone for coming out and joining us both live and in the audience in the chat. We got a lot of people tonight, a lot of fun stuff to get through. So I'm excited. This is going to be a fun show. So hi, I'm Jay. I'm your host. Behind me is my lovely wife, looking through the top of my new anime character. There's my wife, Stacy, and we actually have a live studio audience tonight. Here. Oh, wait. I'll make them so I can see you guys. There we go. I'll give you the mic. Hello, Alan. How are you?
Great.
Oh, well, that's too high. This was a new experiment, and then I can't see it. Okay, great. There we go. Let's try it like that.
Hey, everybody.
You're my guinea pigs. I moved it over. It was over here. I moved it over there. So, yay, we have a live studio audience tonight. That's always fun. Always an added bonus. And we got tons of you watching. So let's bring in my producer and my frequent co-host, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, Debs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I see another arm sitting next to you. What's happening there?
Well, that's my husband. He's going to be on the show later, so he's supposed to be hiding.
You said it so nonchalant. You're like, that's my husband.
Get out of here.
And then another face we have not seen in quite a while. It's Bridget. Hello, Bridget.
Hello.
How is Kentucky?
Like your sparkly there.
Oh, thanks. It's blingy. Kentucky's warm. I'm really surprised. I wore flip-flops for Christmas.
Nice.
That does not surprise me with you.
But it was like 65 degrees.
Oh, I know. Same with my mom. She said it was super warm. So
yeah. You got to love Kentucky.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. So let's get to our first segment since some of us are enjoying cocktails. Time for Jay's Tiki-Taka. Each week I drink a different rum of a different mug and try and match it to the guest. But since we have a zillion guests, that would have been impossible, or I'd be just falling down drunk. So Stacy and I decided to actually make cocktails this evening in our Denison glassware. So we are having Mai Tais.
Nice.
She has the new one, yeah. And even our guest has a cocktail. So cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Nice.
I have a cocktail.
What do you have?
I am drinking this rum from Key West that you sent me last year. Key West Devil's Rum.
Very nice.
And Diet Coke in my Tiki-Cat mug. I'm going to Tiki-Cat on Saturday night, so I thought that was appropriate.
Nice.
Oh, well, let's talk about picking up some mugs, shall we?
Yes. We shall talk.
Hell yeah.
And I'm drinking Pepsi and Fireball in this bag.
Are you on the street corner? Oh, I'm like, what?
Oh, look at
A little
that.
sip of Pepsi, a little sip of Fireball.
Here's our paper bag.
No
And
kidding.
The metal straw just fits perfectly in there. Can you see?
You should put the devil in the paper bag, but make it short enough that the horns just stick out. I'm a fancy bum on the streets.
That's right.
So, all right. So, and then Alan was going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh. 8, 9. Lights are falling. Alan was, or not Alan. Good Lord. I'm losing my mind.
Jim?
No.
Andrew
was going to try and hop in from his car, but I don't see him as of yet. So,
Okay. He's out in his car on the road, huh?
yeah. All right.
No, probably in the driveway.
It's been an amazing year. It's been a trying year. It's been a good year. It's been a bad year. Why'd you turn the light down? Yeah, you did. You touched. It's all like dim now.
This is all broken.
Oh, I know. We tried to duct tape it back together. That's Kentucky manufacturing there for you. Yes, thank you. But it's been a successful year online selling, and it's been a successful year, I think, between me and Bridget and the rest of the admins and Debbie and everyone else who has co-hosted on Thrifty Business and the admins and the Thrifting board. A successful year of teaching people. I've seen so much great successes. A lot of it's just from watching us share our bolos every week or share our shipping tips or whatever. And And so it's so much fun to see you guys share your successes and your bolos. It's great. So big round of applause for everybody who's in the groups. And then a big thank you to all the admins who have helped everybody. And Bridget, you're the sole representative right now.
I drew the short straw.
Oh, I see.
You see what I did there? Short straw.
Yeah. All right, someone else is trying to join right now. That's going to be one of our popping guests. So just hang tight. The studio is full right this moment, but I will be kicking people to the curb from time to time. So everyone just hang tight. We will get to you.
Can I give a shout out real quick before we jump in?
Absolutely.
We were talking about how, the admins and all the help in the thrifting board. One of the thrift members, Becky Joyce, just today became a top-rated seller for her first time. So I wanted to tell her.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, let's get to Andrew. Andrew, are you there? Hi, Andrew.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very good. That'll work.
Yeah, the video looks lagged all day.
All right, so we're gonna run. Bridget and Debbie and Andrew, myself, are run through our scores from this past week, and then we'll start bringing in guests and see what their most favorite flip of the year is. So, and man, a lot of you are trying to join. So those of you trying to join, just hang tight. Like I said, as people get done sharing, then they'll hop out and we'll have other people hop in. So without further ado, it's our scores of the week. These are the things that you should be on the lookout for, things that have done us well. And I think I got Debbie up first. Yes, I do.
Yeah. It's hard for me. That $21.99 Starbucks Christmas candy cane mug. A lot of people say Starbucks mugs aren't selling very well anymore. So I wanted to show. Yeah, they are. I'm really happy with that 50-cent purchase.
Yeah, heck yeah. And it says $31.99.
Oh, it does. See, I can't see the screen. I'm even happier with it.
Hey, when I saw these come through, I'm like, Debbie, did you sell your personal pants?
I've had these for a while, and they had the tag on them. So I think the regular price retail $159 on them. So I had them at like $99 for a couple of years now. And they finally we got the price down low enough, so somebody bought them for. Does that say $59.99?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think we took a best offer of $45. Yeah. And cassette tapes do sell, don't they? This one, we worked with the buyer on it because he's in Canada. So we were asking $29.99, and he said if we would offer $20, that he would buy it because that helped pay for part of his cost to ship it to Canada. So we did that. So we sold that for $20.
That deserves, I think this is right, fireworks. Yay!
Yes, we learned everything about cassettes from Jason's cassette webinar. And then Bob's Big Boy. We had this in our profit pile, and I dug it out, and Bill listed it. 3 hours later, it sold for $27.
Wow.
3 hours. Holy shit, that's good.
Yeah, went quick. So then when did you underprice it?
All right, so I think those were great. I think Andrew is up next.
I am. This is what did I sell this for? $29. This is like a fitness wristband, whatever kind of weird thing, but it's kind of an off-brand one. It's not one of the popular brands. I got it for free.
Nice.
Oh, somebody was just going to put it out. I got it for free. Boom, $29.
Cool.
We like free products.
Hey, and here's one Debbie's going to like.
Yuck.
It's a very vintage starter jacket for the 49ers. I've had this for a while, and I just kind of stuck with a price. I'm probably priced about double of what everybody else was for similar things. I just kind of hang on to it. And the Niners are doing pretty good this year, and somebody decided they just wanted to have this jacket.
Yeah, they are doing good.
And what, that's not eBay. Is that Posh, or what was that from?
Actually, yeah.
Very
So
nice.
you think you got more on Poshmark than you would have got on eBay for it?
This is not my listing. This is somebody else's listing because I sold this back in February. This is literally my favorite flip of this year. It's a tactical baby carrier.
Nice.
I didn't read the title when I put the picture up. I thought you sold like a tactical vest,
Nope. It's a tactical baby carrier, and when I first got it, it looks what it looked like in the store as a tactical vest, and then I'm like, this is weird. And so like I look up the brand and I go, there's tactical baby carriers. And I paid $4.99 for this. I had it listed for $130 and I took it off for $10 because it was in awesome shape. So I got a nice quick flip. Sold within a week of listing. It's the guy got, basically a $60 to $80 discount off of what he normally would pay, and everybody was happy.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And this is a sewing pattern. What did I get? $22 for this?
Yep.
This is the great thing about sewing patterns. I paid 9 cents for this.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot of 42 for $4. And I had this on eBay for a couple of months. And then I cross-listed a pattern to Mercari, and this and another one sold within 24 hours. So
Nice.
it's only $22, but the ROI on that is pretty sweet.
No kidding. All right, and people are still trying to join as a guest, and we will get to everybody. You can't join right now because we do have 10 people waiting, or well, there's 4 of us live and then 6 waiting. So just hang tight as we get through people, because we'll knock out my mom and Craig, and we got a couple of our guests already locked and loaded. So hang tight. All right, Bridget, you're up.
All right. These are St. John evening pants. I paid $5.29 for them and sold them for $55. I also had a size 2 that I sold on Poshmark for $50. I paid $5.29 a piece for them. St. John's a really good brand that you should be looking for. I just about died. I found 6 pieces at one Goodwill. So
I found St. John Bay quite a bit, but I never find St. John.
This is different.
Just a smidge.
Just a little. Yeah. This was in my profit pile. I've had it for forever and a day. I think I paid maybe $9 for it forever ago. And I was like, I am tired of tripping over this. So I listed it, took a best offer of $50. They paid shipping, and it was out of here.
Nice.
Yeah. This toy was a hot toy this Christmas, and I sold a ton of them on Amazon. So whenever I found the displays, I just picked up the whole thing. And I actually sold an empty display for $28 plus shipping.
Nice.
I'm like, wait, I don't see a toy. As you're starting to talk, I'm like, I don't see a toy.
Well,
I see an empty
if
box.
you look on the front, there are little samples of the toys that actually come in the balls that are on there, and you can break that off and they can play with those. But I've got more of them listed. Hopefully they sell too.
That empty box gets some fireworks for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I sold an empty box for $28.
Heck yeah. That gets fireworks.
These were in a box lot. I don't even know what I paid for them, like probably next to nothing. And I had them listed for $75, and a gal in Australia offered me $50. So I took it, and they're out of here.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I made a mistake by not taking a picture today because I even got an example. This candle ain't big. It's like this. I mean, it's smaller than this glass. And it's a little tiny candle. And I sold for $26 plus shipping. So I was very happy to sell that. And yay, Ouija board. How many people are going to freak out and run away now? And as you can see, it's sold in Great British Pounds. That means it's sold directly on UK eBay. So it went to Britain, sealed in 1972. Next year, I'll share some. I had a conversation with a customer, not the one who bought it. A customer kept messaging me on this Ouija board saying, have you summoned any demons with it yet? I'm like, well, no, it's sealed. And we went back and forth.
Just you?
Yeah, we went back and forth, and I kept answering every question because I thought it'd be funny to have our conversation about how you want to make sure that it would actually work.
Oh my hell.
Yeah, so I paid 15 for this, and I sold for 40 plus shipping.
Nice.
It's a 72. 72s aren't super rare. If you get back all the way to the wood ones in the late 1800s, you're talking $1,000.
1800s. Wow. Did they have humans back in those days?
Oh, yes. All right. So I sold this Shrine Gothic punk vinyl skirt. I paid $10 for it. And, I'm not, I am kind of a girly girl, but I don't know much about skirts and stuff. But when I see something good brand, it looks good, I'll pick it up. And so I just wanted to show other fellas that you too can sell women's clothing. And yay, this is my favorite flip of the year. $187. And here's why. There's a story that goes with it. Buffalo Exchange had it for $180. They were having a 50% off sale, but I was out of town with Stacy. Stacy flew home the day the 50% off sale started. I go, you must drive from the airport right to Buffalo Exchange. And she did. And it was still sitting there for $90. So I did pay $90 for it, but I put it up. It sold in 48 hours for $187. So I made about $100 on this t-shirt flip.
Nice.
In 48 hours. So a lot of lessons. Buffalo Exchange is a good place to source is lesson number 1. Pay attention when the sale is. Lesson number 2. Don't be afraid to spend money if you know it's going to sell. I had no problem spending $90 to make $100 profit. No problem. And I use a rewards credit card, so I got miles. So all kinds of miles. Okay, so that was my normal scores, but now it's time for my CDs and cassette scores of the week because it was the week of Christmas and we had I sold a ton, so I didn't want to share with you. So let's start with flipping cassettes. Pick this up in New York City. Urban Outfitters gave this out for free on Cassette Store Day. Yes, that's the thing. And I paid $2 in New York City and sold it for $22.49.
Nice.
This was a lot of classic rock cassettes. They don't sell, these titles wouldn't sell well by themselves, but I put 12 together and sold them for $22. So that's another lesson, putting lots together. And I sold Alice in Chains, self-titled cassette for $16.99. And the best one, and I think Bridget will thoroughly enjoy this one, New Kids on the Block, Greatest Hits.
Whoa.
$25. Remember, on cassette, $25. And it wasn't new. It was used. So if you're not flipping cassettes yet, you should be. But let's go to CDs. Now, this isn't a traditional CD, but it's something I teach in my webinars, a DVD audio. Donald Fagen from Steely Dan, $55 for Nightfly. Pick this up at a if you watched Thrifty Business last week, I told you about a Thrifty encounter where a woman leaned over my shoulder and said, can you still sell CDs on Amazon? This was the CD I was scanning at the time. It was $1.99 at the thrift store, listed on Amazon, lasted 3 days, sold for $48.
Nice.
And that's a bolo that's been a bolo forever. This chest Broadway cast from '88 has been out of print forever. It's always been a bolo. So burn that in your memory.
Does it do well on eBay also?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I have no clue who Malcolm McNabb was, but the woman who leaned over my shoulder said, oh, we can still sell CDs on Amazon. She told me about a store I wasn't going to go to. I picked this up at that store for $1 and sold it for $30. Have no clue who this guy is, but for $1, it looked good. Nice. And it sold within a few days for $30. Now, these were 3 of the sales from yesterday. What was yesterday? It was Christmas. So these 3 are, and now here's the funny thing. If you see the top one, it's Keith Emerson. If you see the bottom left, it's Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or ELP. Well, the Emerson and Emerson, Lake and Palmer is Keith Emerson. So I sold 2 Keith Emerson CDs, Christmas CDs on Christmas. For the Keith Emerson, I paid $2.99. For the Emerson, Lake and Palmer, I paid $5. And for Ray Charles, I paid $2. Awesome. So Ray Charles sold for $37. Emerson, Lake and Palmer sold for $33. And Keith Emerson sold for $50. A Christmas CD on Christmas. They will not pull it out to listen to it for another 342 days, give or take.
Maybe. They might like Christmas surprise all year round.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have not started flipping CDs or cassettes yet, what are you waiting for? I show you so many awesome scores every week. Yep. It makes a ton of money. And although I can sell on Amazon, I've also, some of those were on eBay. So I do share my eBay sales too. So head over to jasonthrifts.com and pick up the webinars because I'm getting part 2 ready for CDs. Someone asked the other day if I was going to do part 2. And yeah, even though part 1's 2.5 hours, I had a lot I never taught. So I got a lot for part 2 coming up. All right, a couple quick commercials, and then we'll start getting to our guests. In the Secret Beach, we're going to do the December webinar on my birthday, which is Monday. Yay! It's the follow-up to the Holiday Home Treasure Hunt. I'm going to tell you where to sell each item that we talked about, how to sell them, how to ship them, and all that good stuff. So good follow-up. And also, Lonnie Oscar is going to be doing a typhoon for us for the guest for December.
Awesome.
And then, I'll put this in the chat right now. Those of you in the Atlanta area, I am coming January 11th and teaching my classroom class. And the classroom here, the link is in the chat now. We spent about 4 hours. So I teach you all the good bolos. So I teach you the things to find. Then I teach you how to list them, how to take pictures, quality pictures of them, how to ship them, and how to use social media. Now, if you've taken my class before, I am changing about 2/3 of it. So you're going to get kind of the same lessons, but I'm going to really update it. So come on back. It's going to be a great class. We've got we got 40 seats, and we're over halfway sold out already. So
Awesome.
Do not hesitate. And we will be doing some Tiki Bar hangouts. And then today is the first day of Kwanzaa. So I wanted to wish everyone who celebrates Kwanzaa a happy Kwanzaa. And I have this too. So we'll do a little bit of this. We'll do a little Happy Festivus. We'll do a little Merry Christmas. And we'll do a little Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Did I cover everybody? Did I miss anything?
Nope. But I have to add a PS to one of your things, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you were talking about your CD and your cassette class and selling on Amazon, I am not ungated on Amazon for CDs or cassettes, But oddly enough, when I scan, it will tell me, yes, I can sell this. So just because you think you're not ungated, don't still scan with your Amazon app, because you might be surprised pleasantly and find out, hey, I can list this cassette or this CD. So they are allowing us to do some of them on Amazon.
Be careful with that, though, because it'll tell you that it's listed, and then you go look and it's not.
It's not listed on your inventory account?
I mean, I'll see it. It'll show up in my inventory, but if I go to click on it, I am not listed as a seller on it.
Huh, I wonder why.
Okay, so I had a typo in my link to my class. Thank you, Joy, for watching. It is fixed. So let me say this real quick before we get on to our guests, and we'll get right to our guests. I want to thank all my admins from the bottom of my heart for all the work they do and all the help they give. So we'll start with Bridget, since she's in the upper right-hand corner. Bridget's been with me forever now. We're growing old together.
Right? You're growing old.
You don't look so old. I look old. You don't look so old. So I want to thank you, Bridget. Christine, who I think is watching. I think she's in the chat. Christine was she is. Christine was my first admin way back when we started thrifting with the boys. And I'm like, we probably should get an admin. And we had just met Christine in Montreal. And so she's like, yeah, sure, I'll help out. So she's been with me for even more than Bridget. Joy, who just pointed out I screwed up the typing of my link. I want to thank you, Joy. You've been around forever. And Robin, too. She's been around for a long, long time. Now, our new kids and CR, all you guys are just, you're about the...
We were all around with thrifting with the boys. Yeah.
Now, CR, fun side note, I haven't said this anywhere. CR and I have an idea for something new in the new year. So stay tuned. For those of you who have shipping issues and problems, we have an idea. So stay tuned for that. And then the new kids on the block, Angela, who was supposed to be here, but she is so sick.
So sick. Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen her, but the way she's communicated to us, she is beyond sick.
I have seen her and she looks bad.
Yeah. So
I want to give her a mama hug through the phone.
Yeah. And then Andrew's our newest kid on the block. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. We got to cruise with Andrew on the cruise last year.
Mm-hmm.
Baby admin.
Oh, I see Robin's in the chat. Joy's in the chat. So I want to thank all you guys. It's an amazing team that I wake up every day lucky to have.
Yeah, we have a great team.
They know the answer to everything. It blows my mind. Somebody, CR especially, with shipping, and every one of them, they know everything. So it's awesome.
If we don't know it, we'll learn it. We'll
heck yeah.
And we try to stay on top of changes so that we can help people in the group, because there are a lot of changes. I mean, through shipping, fees, everything, eBay, and as a whole, it's important to stay on top of those changes. And together we do that. We make it possible to keep educating everybody and tell people, hey, this is coming down the pipe.
All right. So Bridget, you're on the full screen because I got a graphic ready for you.
Oh gosh.
Ready?
I don't know. Am I?
Bridget's had a rough 2019. And so I know it's had in your face. I'll pop me back.
The problem is we have another week.
Oh, cheers to your 2019.
We have another week. So I'm just hoping to make it.
Let's
All
stay
right, let's,
out of the house. Everybody stay home.
Oh, and then I want to thank every person who's co-hosted this year, especially Debbie, because Debbie is my producer, and she gets all the get ready and all the notes together and comes up with a ton of the ideas. So Debbie does a lot of behind the scenes work you don't even see. But when you enjoy Thrifty Business, the reason you're enjoying it is because of all Debbie's hard work. So thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. You're welcome. It's fun.
All right, so let's stop yammering amongst ourselves and let's get some guests in here, shall we?
Yay.
Let's bring this person in first. Oh my gosh, I didn't know she had those glasses on. Oh, she gets the big screen. Hi, Mom.
I can't disappoint you guys. You are always
No kidding. Holy crap, I was not expecting. I did not even notice.
good. I'm
That's
glad.
awesome.
Get ready. I'm done with Christmas. In fact, my house is spotless. You wouldn't even know I had Christmas here yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm ready for New Year's.
All right, so Mom wanted to share two things. I got one ready. I got to figure out where the other one went.
Okay.
That was the only problem with getting the show ready. I didn't even think. Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right.
I didn't think there'd be no order. All right, so here's how we're gonna do it. We'll bring in a guest like my mom. She'll talk about mom's gonna actually talk about two things, and then you're off, and then we'll bring in the next guest. So that's how we're gonna do it. And so let's start with
Hey,
Mama.
what do we got first?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, okay. A lot of you know, if you watch, Jason, our show on Sunday nights, I do a lot of finding of paint by number. And if you do find these, everybody, don't pass them up. The vintage ones from the 50s and 60s always sell. I can't even keep them in the house. Those go out very quickly. And this is the first time I ever found the Four Seasons. I came across it. And, I saw them. They were at a garage sale, and they were kind of laying on the floor. The ground actually, and I went over and I started to get the shakes because I get nervous when I see some goodies. and the whole bunch sitting there was $2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I mean I couldn't pick them up fast enough. I was almost going to offer her $1, but I just couldn't come to do it. So yeah, and I got the full asking price, guys, of that $90 there. So that was a real good turnaround for me.
So that's 8 quarters.
That's a lot. There you go, Deb. You got it. And then the reason I'm sharing this yesterday, this sold on Christmas Day. I mean, go figure, you guys. Some guy in Arizona just had to have this on Christmas Day because when I woke up this morning and saw the sale, I said, "Oh my goodness gracious! Somebody wanted a Halloween mask, a cyborg face," and I paid $1 for that, you guys, and sold it for the full price. So that was
Nice.
yeah. So
Now, I just uploaded this graphic of the fireworks. Look how awesome. The second firework explodes over the price. How cool is that by accident?
That is cool.
Before Mom takes off, I just want to thank Jason for giving Mom the time of her life doing that show on Sunday night. I had the ball doing it, and everybody seems to enjoy us. And I just can't thank you enough, honey. At my age, who thought Mom would be doing stuff like this?
You're
Keep
so
it
awesome.
young.
You're so welcome, Mom. But it gives everyone else encouragement. Mom's 76, going to be 77 in May, and Dad just turned 77. So if 76 and 77 can do it, anyone can do it. And look, I say this quite often. If you've never heard this, my mom's mode of transportation to town and her friend's house when she was a teenager was a horse, and we did not grow up in the 1800s.
Nope.
So look, we're country.
Yeah.
I was just telling some tiki friends I will from time to time have a Bud Light in a tiki bar, and they wanted to kill me. I'm like, I'm a country boy. I will have 3 tiki cocktails, and then I need a Bud Light.
But thank you. Thanks for having Mom tonight.
Ma, you're great. So thank you, and I'll talk to you later. Mom and I talk every day.
Every day.
They do. They FaceTime once or twice every day. I've been in his house before.
I'm a big mama's boy.
That's okay.
All right, Ma.
Okay, see you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so we're gonna this.
Peggy had glasses. I had to put glasses on.
I put my bet on here. Hello.
I don't have any glasses. I feel left out.
Yeah, I'm saying I got nothing. Wait. I don't got glasses. I'll put on a Viking helmet there.
I had a hat.
There we go. There. Just shit got crazy at 5:32. All right, mom, you click off so I can ask someone else. So. Bye, Mom.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Click off, Mom.
Oh, sorry.
Bye, Mom.
I knew I had to do it. Sorry.
She doesn't want to leave.
Hello, Craig. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you?
I am
Tony
good.
Thumbnail says hello too.
Woof woof.
Let's get your two fun.
Rick looks like hell.
Yeah, Rick's looking a little rough for the baby. That's a baby there.
He's got what Angela has. No, he doesn't.
All right, since my mom just left, the next person who wants to hop in. And then we got a couple locked and loaded, ready to go. So let's hear about your best scores of the year, there, sir.
Well, our bet, we've looked at it, a few of them. One of our best scores of the year, and it's just something that we always like to tell people to look for, and if you don't know a lot about something, to go for it anyway. This was from a garage sale. It was a shoebox filled with Lions Club pins, and I talked about it on our Two Dogs Digs channel, and I talked about it in Craft as well. We didn't know a lot about them. There were literally about 200 pins in this lot, and initially you would think, well, if I don't know anything about that, I'm going to stay away. Well, no, what we decided to do was break it up into about, I think we did 10 lots, and so the entire thing for all 10 lots cost us $20. And literally, we don't know why, but we're not worried. Somebody saw something in this, and within 24 hours, it's already had $60 bid on this one lot.
Wow.
And it ended up going with 10 bids for $127.50 US.
Nice.
And even some of the other things that were in the lot, I don't know, Jason, did you put the other one up from the lot up there too?
Oh, yes, I did.
So this was name badges. Literally, just the name tags.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was gonna throw them out because I thought,
wow.
who would want name badges from somebody with somebody else's name on them?
Frank and Pearl, the whole
and they're all Frank and Pearl from the 5 years. And if you go back on that, you'll see we made $76 on that lot as well.
They
So there's
probably
a
wanted
$20, a $20 investment that we knew nothing about. We just split it up, and we ended up making about $400 from it. We've done that with Scout badges before. We've done that with Girl Guide things. Now it's Lions Club. So we always look for that kind of stuff. And again, you don't have to dive deep for like hours and hours and hours trying to figure it all out. If you can't find a site that you want to maybe put it on and say, hey, does somebody know what this is? Take a shot, split that up. That ended up being basically a $2 a lot thing, and we made $400 from it.
Do you have any left?
We have 2 lots left out of the whole thing. They were also on auction at $9.99, so obviously it didn't have whatever that big thing is that made us get the 130 on that one lot. So they're sitting in our store now at just like $12. So hopefully somebody will pick them up at some time. We're in no rush, and they're so small too; they don't take up any space.
Right.
And the next one up is actually Rick's big find. Back in 2018, when we were at eBay Open, the joke was we went into a Goodwill thrift store there and found this iGrow laser hair. It's a hair growing system. It's a helmet you put on your head.
We can see it work really well.
Well, we didn't test it. Now, the one we bought at Goodwill in Vegas, while we're at eBay Open, that was part of the thing. It's like nobody else picked this up for $7.99 at eBay Open. Back in 2018, Rick actually went out and bought, you'll see that little charger thing there. There was a special adapter hook. So he actually ordered that from the company for $20. So he ended up spending $27, but he sold that one for $150. Fast forward to October, we're in the basement of a estate sale, and he's digging through a box, and he pulls up a helmet and squeals like a pig. Well, no, sorry, screams like a little girl, maybe that's better. Or moves like a cow.
Barks like a dog.
Barks like a dog. And then you hear, oh, like someone's pinching him. No, every piece that was there was in the bottom of this box. Took him to the person who was running the basement part of the estate sale. How much for all of this? The person looked at it and said, I don't know, $2.
Wow.
So we got it for $2. He made me put it on at the beginning of one of our shows. It lit it all up. And as we sold it within, I think, 2 weeks for $129.99. So
Nice.
if you don't know what it is, don't still be afraid. $2, as we always say up here. If it's less than a latte, it's got to be bought, eh? So
it got all the stuff with it.
It had everything with it and worked perfectly. Yeah. So this one was less than the other one and sold for more.
Nice.
Well done, sir. Well, and I'm glad you came out tonight. I want to thank you guys, you and your husband Rick, for being amazing members of both our groups. And we have so much fun doing things with you and hanging out with you, both virtually and in person. That I raise a glass to you, sir.
And here's the chipettes to you. It's what Rick brought me up with my drink in it. So, and thank you, Jason, as well, for supporting us on Craft and on our Two Dogs Dig channel, and to the rest of the admins who do an amazing job in there. So, thanks to everybody.
You guys eBay Open again in July. You're so.
Oh, you bet. We're gonna be there for the 25th anniversary. You bet that for sure. Okay.
All right. Well, tell Lynn Mass we said hey.
I will. And if you haven't watched "'Twas the Night Before Thrift Mess," do yourself a favor. Watch me make an absolute idiot out of myself on something that we did not in any way, shape, or form practice properly.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'll be watching this weekend when I'm getting the webinar done for the Secret Beach.
Okay, don't drink anything; you'll spit it out.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy New Year.
All right, so
now I go away.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Hello, Jim. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm doing fine, thanks.
Jim, you got one of the best corner backdrops we've had on any guest. Usually it's like Debbie's. I'm like, you guys don't have any artwork at your house? That's why I tell guests and stuff like that. I'm like, it's such a plain wall. That's an amazing wall.
Thank you.
Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was like so photogenic. I'm like, yay.
Well, it detracts from me.
It detracts from me.
That's funny.
But you have a hat on, so.
And most people don't know, but I can tell he's wearing his dogs playing poker shirt. I know that shirt. I've sold that shirt many times.
It's a fun one.
All right, let's bring up Jim's fun score of the year. Hold, please. That's the only problem is I wasn't sure. Oh, there we go. I wasn't sure the order people were going to show up. All right. I'm so excited because this is the CD score. Woo! So, and I don't know this CD, so educate us, sir.
Well, the artist lives about 20 miles north of Nanaimo in BC, but apparently they're quite popular in New York and in Japan. I bought one sealed a year ago and sold it for $250. Found this one in a thrift store and just sold it in November for $120. And when I was researching today's show, I found some solds on Terapeak where they're selling them signed for $40, and one went for $6. I went, that's crazy. I found one more for sale in Montreal for $18, so I bought a UCD today. I'm gonna I'll put another $150 on and see what happens. But they're really popular in Japan.
Congratulations.
And that's one of the things we always teach is make sure you are offering international shipping because your neighbors might not want it, but the guy in Japan might love to give you $100 for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to in the new year in terms of online selling, Jim? Are you going to try new platforms? What's your thoughts? What's your ideas for the new year?
Last year or so, but I've only got about a dozen listings. So I'm thinking, this is the year where I'm going to really fill up that store as well. And we've started the second eBay store for just media, and we want to fill that one too. So it's going to be a busy year.
Nice.
Cool.
Now, is Poshmark up in Canada yet?
Well, we have it. I've got a store, or a closet. I haven't had any sales yet. I'm still learning I'm still learning it. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
It is in Canada, Bridget, but it's called Poshmark, eh?
Hey,
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Please no.
Jim, thank you. You've been a member of my groups and a frequent viewer of the show, and I appreciate that. And I want to thank you for being part of tonight's show too.
thank you.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
You too.
And we got to have you back on. We'll talk about your wall.
Okay.
Yes.
Cheers, brother.
Just gonna dedicate a show to his wall.
Oh heck yeah, that's a badass wall. Wait, let me put Jim on the big screen for a second.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to have a show where we talk about that wall.
Fantastic.
I like that class, too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. Let's whoops. Let me go back to this. All right.
How you
And
doing back there, Stacy? I see you.
I'm good.
You good?
all right, we're live from South Dakota, Tyler. Now there is a slight delay to South Dakota.
Hey.
So how are you, Tyler?
Good, good.
Oh, it's a little better now. It was a little longer delay when we were pre-show.
Hey.
All
We
right.
got to meet Tyler, and when we did that Minneapolis class,
Yeah.
fun, and his wife. That was awesome.
All right.
Yep.
There it is. Boom. All right. I have not found a good one like this in a long time, so I'm excited to share your score here. Let's get it right.
Yeah, I found out in a barn. A guy had a rummage sale in a barn. This is where I found it at.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Ghetto blaster.
No, so
Yeah,
you're
I had
gonna
two
tell
in-
me, what'd you pay for it, Tyler?
About $10,
Wow.
That's a nice little return. What do you think?
and Nintendo stuff, and this is part of it. It ended up going to Mexico.
I was getting ready to ask where it
It had,
went.
like the dual antennas, all the extra switches.
Wow.
Good for you.
So what was shipping on that bad boy?
$50.
All right, not bad.
It's heavy. It was super
Yeah, I mean
heavy.
they're heavy.
That's not terrible.
If you were alive in the 80s and you had a boombox, you know how solid they were. And so once you get it packed with the proper packing, the size too, so weight and size would definitely be a factor. So I've told this story before. Some of you might not have heard it, but I'll tell it again. I had a boombox very similar to this one in my Chevy Malibu because my stereo didn't work. So boombox in the middle seat, had to keep replacing 8D batteries over and over and over. And was driving back to college with a couple of friends. Like a bunch of us from my hometown went to the same college. So after a break, there was 3 of us heading back to college, and we had the boom box just rocking with some Docking or Poison or something. Well, I was getting pulled over for speeding. It was so loud. He had his lights and siren on. Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't have a rearview mirror either.
Oh, God.
He was following me full lights and sirens for 5 minutes. He was pissed
Oh my
when he
gosh.
finally pulled me over. It was all my boom box's fault.
Right. All the boombox's fault.
I tried to explain to him, and he didn't care.
I'm sure he didn't.
Nope.
So have you flipped other boom boxes, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, few, but never this expensive. I mean, the key to these boom boxes is more chrome and more switches gets you more money.
Oh,
So even if they're not perfect, that's what you got to look out for.
so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you guys got planned for the new year? Anything new you're going to work on?
eBay Motors, actually. I've been doing quite a bit in that and been pretty successful. So
Cool.
Awesome.
And full cars or parts?
parts.
Full cars. I have a car lot in my backyard.
Well, we're out in the sticks somewhere out in the country, don't you? Aren't you out in the cornfields?
It's not, no, I live in town, but I have some space, but not quite that bad.
So
I just want to share. I just sold a Christmas CD, and it's December 26th. So keep listening Christmas, everybody. Keep
Yeah.
listening.
Sure. Do you go to the junkyards and pick the parts yourself?
Yeah, I do. You get kind of a nick or what to look out for. And after a while, it becomes pretty easy. It's like certain cars, certain parts.
Oh, good.
We should do a part show then, Deb.
Yes, please, because we have a pick and pull type place around the corner from our house.
You know, because Joe does the hubcaps. Yeah, that could be a fun little like 3 or 4 group show too.
I can just see Debbie digging in old cars, pulling crap out.
Hanging in the engine with my tools.
Okay, my vision is if you're just standing in the junkyard looking, all suddenly the trunk pops up and Debbie pops out. She's like, I got the tail light. I got him.
Hey, the next money.
Well, I'm glad we got through Tyler because I don't think he left on purpose.
Uh-oh.
But South Dakota Internet said bye. So thank you, Tyler. Thank you very much. Actually, we get through it. So, all right, who is next? Let's. Hi, Roy.
Hey. Hey, Roy.
Hey.
Hey, Roy.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Nice tiki bar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Roy, what remind me what you sent me, Roy?
It would have been some airplanes.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Airplanes? You sold airplanes?
Yeah, big one.
Full on airplanes. Now, here's the joy of WorthPoint. If you don't have a WorthPoint subscription, do we still have a discount, Bridget?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Roy's scores of the year sold in June. So he sent me the TerraPeak links, I think.
Yep.
And I just grabbed them because they were collectibles and went over to WorthPoint, and we're able to see the whole thing. So there's a joy of WorthPoint because WorthPoint is great for collectibles. So let's hear about these little airplane.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I wanted to share these with you guys because they are the epitome of a lot of what we talk about, or what you talk about, Jason. It was the last day of an estate sale, right?
Oh yeah.
It was something that was outside of my comfort zone, and it was cheap. So I bought 3 of these planes. They were $5 a piece, and and when I picked them up and we were looking at them, we realized that they were really good quality, but we really didn't know much about them. So
And for $5 a piece, you can't leave them.
Yeah, at $5 a piece, I wasn't going to leave them there. So we bought 3 of these planes, and Jason, I sent you 3 links. But we picked
up all 3.
Yep, we picked up all 3 of these planes, and we did a little bit of digging on them and found out that they were actually presented to the vice president of Alaska Airlines in the 80s.
Wow.
And the folks who collect these kind of things are kind of history buffs. So we put them on auction. We paid $15 for all 3. And the final sell price for all 3 of them, the 3 different auctions, was $557.47 between all 3.
Congratulations.
Plus shipping.
How in the world did those end up there? I mean, that's something you'd hang on to. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we actually bought them from the estate of the vice president of Alaska Airlines. Their hub is here in Seattle.
Okay. That makes more sense, but still, for $5, you'd think somebody would have snagged those and been like, "No, we're not getting rid of these."
Well, sadly though, it's kind of a dud too, because we were actually returning back to the estate sale to buy an entire tub of 1970s and 80s Star Wars action figures and parts and pieces. They were just absolutely trashed. So I left them there the day before, and we went back. Sadly, those weren't there, but these were, and we made it work.
Nice.
Man, this is a lot less work than all those pieces and parts.
It actually is. It was.
Do you know this answer, Bridget?
Yes. If you call them, they should be able to apply it, but if not, cancel it and then resubscribe.
So I got to tell StreamYard to fix this, because if we're not doing a screen share and I put this up, it moves all of us up. But since we were doing this, then it's bye-bye Bridget's face. So they kind of half fix this, but they didn't realize if you're doing a screen share, then the bottom person loses out still.
Because you have a question up there, yeah.
Yeah. So what's oh, wait a minute. I gotta put Roy on the big screen because I see something behind him on the shelf. Woo! Hey, that's a good looking mug back there, I gotta say.
Yeah, if I move over just a little bit.
There's 2 good looking.
You got 2 of them. And that's a Frankie's? That's a green one is a Frankie's anniversary.
That is Frankie's Shag anniversary mug. Yep.
Nice.
All right, I'll be super nerd. So that is the gold grass skirt from San Diego.
Yes.
Frankie's anniversary last year. My mug.
Yes.
All right, scooch it over there. I can't see exactly what that one is. That the skull from Devil's Reef?
Yeah.
It is.
All right, then my mug again. That's so sweet.
You have that one.
Is that the cannonball?
That's the cannonball.
With a starfish sitting on top of it, trying to throw me off.
On the shelf,
and then we'll keep going for you.
And then this mug is next to it. Hello.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, there we are. There's my nerdiness. I know all the mugs behind you. We talked about doing a Stump the Tiki Expert show a while back. We never got to it, but I think it'd be fun. Everyone try and bring their own Tiki item or a picture and see how well I can do either on the fly or give me 30 seconds of research. I think I can find it. So That could be a fun show.
Yeah.
So how's your lovely bride?
She's doing well, thank you.
Cool. And what do you guys got planned for the new year for selling? You got any new platforms you want to get on? What are your thoughts for the new year?
Yeah, not necessarily any new platforms, but we're looking at taking an increase in that per sale average, trying to get rid of the lower priced items and focus on the stuff that actually gives us a good return. Kind of like airplanes.
Yep.
Yeah, when I first started selling, it was mainly music and media. And one day I went just to myself after many years, why am I selling $3 and $4 CDs? I'm like, it's just as much work to sell a $20 CD, but a lot more reward on the 20. So
yeah,
we all have that epiphany, don't we?
Yeah, we came into several hundred. Yeah, we came into several hundred brand new DVDs this year for free. So those were fun to list, but at $7.99 a piece, it gets old listing and shipping, right?
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, Bridget?
It takes just as long to list a $12 item as it does to list a $25 item.
That's right.
Yep. And then people will argue and go, "Yo, but I got it for free." I'm like, "Yeah, but guess what? Guess where you're going to catch that negative or that unhappy customer? It's going to be on the $3 item always.
Yep.
Always. It's
always
never on the $200 T-shirt. It's on the $3 CD. It's always that way.
Even if you refund, it's always.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Roy, do you attend a really awesome meetup group?
We do. It's Pacific Northwest eBay and Online Sellers Group. We meet every second Tuesday or every second Thursday of the month down at Devil's Reef in Tacoma.
Nice. I got
a picture somewhere. There we go. Because Eric and Stephanie were supposed to be with us, and on the way to coming home to get on the computer, Eric ran over a bungee and the metal end punctured his tire. So here's the meetup. So congrats on the meetup. I will be coming up in the new year to come speak.
Me too. I want to come.
And oh, look at this bromance going on here. They wore the same shirt.
We kind of like each other.
Oh,
that's funny.
So I will wear mine. So all three of us should wear it when I come up to the meetup. We can be triplets.
We look forward to having you, Jason. They open at 5. We all meet up and watch Thrifty Business, and then we roll right into the meeting. So,
sweet.
Oh, could you do Thrifty Business from there, Jason? Could you do it live there?
We could.
Awesome.
That's kind of why we set it up that way, so you can.
All right, let's do it.
Nice.
Done.
Awesome bar. And isn't the owner or whoever really caters to you guys? Doesn't he give you like
very? Yeah. Jason and Robin are very supportive of us. They give us the upstairs room all to ourselves. They actually put an extra person behind the bar for us that night, and they're just great. We love them. If you guys are in the local area, by all means, stop by and support them. They have done incredible work for us.
Yeah, it's an awesome one. I've been there. So cool.
Oh wait, there was also a picture.
And they're good drink too.
Happy birthday, Roy cake. There we go.
Woo! Is it your birthday today?
No, this is from the meetup.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to say,
Stephanie is in the chat. She says, yes, we can do the show from there. So that's awesome.
Stephanie, I want to say to you guys may have ran over that, but you will never believe I ran over an earbud. This part of the earbud.
Oh, no.
Gave me a flat tire of all places, Malibu. These Ferraris and everything are driving past me. And we're out there getting all my thrift store finds out of my trunk. My stepbrother's changing my tire. And I'm like, why me? Just that little tiny piece. So don't feel so bad.
So Jim wants to come down for the meetup when I'm coming up. So we'll definitely make sure we give it a good announcement and not like, hey, Jason will be here tomorrow. We'll definitely plan it a little better than that. So
we look forward to it.
All right, Roy, thank you very much for popping in tonight. And we will see you soon, brother.
Appreciate everything you guys do. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, Roy.
All right, our next person who's been waiting is Natalie. Hi, Natalie.
I'm sorry my background is so blank. I just didn't have a good place. I'm sorry.
Natalie, what did you send me, Natalie?
The pins, the Disney pins.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Disney pins.
Yeah, and I figured this out from the thrifting board, so I wanted to thank everybody. That's why I chose this item.
Awesome. Bridget is our Disney expert.
All right. Where'd you send it to me? Did you send me on Messenger, Natalie?
On Facebook, under Natalie Boone.
Did you send it in Messenger, Natalie?
Yes, I did.
How'd I miss that? So tell us, while I'm looking, Natalie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I was at a community garage sale, and I had actually went through it once, and then a friend met up with me at met up down the road, and she hadn't gone to that garage sale. We went back to that garage sale, and I found those pins, and they're like 4 Duffy pins.
Oh wow!
In a box.
Look at I knew Bridget was going to lean in. She was like,
Oh wow!
I was like, how did I miss that the first time? You know?
Wow.
So they were $5. I didn't even negotiate.
No.
I knew they had to be more than $5, worth more than 5. You know? So I bought them, and I was confused by them because they said like Hong Kong Disneyland on the front and the back, and I just didn't really know where to price them at, you know. So I put them on the thrifting board. I asked for help, and I think most people just didn't know it all, like me, you know. But a couple people said, "Well, put it up for 100," and I was like, "Okay, that's probably where I was thinking too." So I put like 100 on it with best offer, and then like it sat for a week. Then I went on Terapeak just randomly, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna see if there's anything about Hong Kong tour services, which is what it said on the back. And sure enough, Terapeak didn't have these, but they had a Toy Story Hong Kong tour services pins and another one from tour services. And those were priced between like 200. The Toy Story one was at 350. I think there was only 2. And I said, you know what? I'm going to price these $50 more just to experiment. Within 2 hours, sold for $150.
Wow.
I don't know why that was the magic price, but it worked.
All my friends are unhappy. Swamp Picker said, how did I miss those?
Yeah, he lives near me, so he might have gone to the same garage sale.
That's funny. That he's like, oh, dang. I was at that garage sale.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
So I just wanted
flip.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the thrifting board for, helping me out. Therapy helped out too, but, they kind of gave me a base where, what I was thinking as well. So, and also I didn't know about Duffy until I was watching, I have watched thrifting board for years now, and I found out about Duffy and Shelly May, and I would have never known what they were ever.
Cool. So it pays to watch the Thrifty Business.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So what's new? What are you going to do new in the new year, Natalie? Any platforms you want to try? Anything you want to increase? What's on your horizons?
So I'm on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark now. I just started Poshmark. My Etsy has kind of died, so I think I'm going to increase more, put more stuff on Etsy. I just kind of let it go. So I'm going to do more on that. And then I'm going to try to become a, Poshmark ambassador? Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. I'm probably about halfway there. So I'm going to put more stuff on Poshmark and see if I can make that.
Nice.
Awesome. I love it. I love that you got a plan. Yeah, I was expecting most people be like, I don't know. But everyone's had like an idea. Like, all right, work now in the new year. So and that gets me enthusiastic because some people come in, they're just like, this is a hobby. I'm gonna try a little bit, but the people that tend to participate the most and come in the shows, they're the ones that are really working at making this a good business. And you got to be thinking ahead. You can't be, I was in a group earlier today that isn't ours. I just happened to scroll into it, and man, I'm done with eBay. They, I've been selling since 2004, and it came out. They were basically still selling like it was 2004.
You can't do that.
And why their products weren't selling anymore, but they hadn't kind of evolved with the times. And people were trying to explain to them, and they were like, "Nope, eBay sucks. It's all their fault." Bye.
You've got to. I was saying, if you have enough items, maybe eBay will keep you going. But really, you've got to kind of diversify. And Etsy has sold stuff for me that I haven't been able to sell on eBay for months. So is Poshmark. So you just got to diversify.
Yeah.
That's my.
Natalie, do you sell on Mercari?
Not yet. I haven't tried it. I hear good things, but 4 platforms right now. I'm a part-time seller. I work a lot of hours, so I do what I can.
Well, that's awesome. So, do you have a YouTube channel, Natalie?
The Thrift Grader.
All right. So let's, Deb, let's talk Natalie about doing a whole show. Let's.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking
notes. I love VHS. Let's talk about VHS.
Oh, there it is. Boom. All right, Deb, let's set it up. I got some VHS to list, so I like that. I got some beta to list too. So yeah,
good.
And I would love to learn more about VHS because they're everywhere.
Oh, I've got a lot to say. I got a lot
to look for horror because if someone talks about horror, I never ever see horror VHS, but hey, they're out there.
Yeah, they're my favorite. So yeah, VHS is like one of my top 5 things.
That's amazing. People still watch VHSs now?
Well, VHS is what's new in Kentucky, so.
Oh.
So I only have maybe between like 120 and 150 things on eBay at one time, and at least one VHS sells a month. At least one, like, and for decent money.
You're doing something right. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Christine, one of the admins of the Thrifty board, my first admin. Here's her 2 most recent replies in the chat. Is her name Thrift Grader? Duh, it's in her screen name.
We love you, Christine.
Natalie, try to make it easy for us all. Well, thank you, Natalie, for popping in and being
Thank
part
you
of the
so
show.
much for having me.
Oh, so great. I love the variety tonight is so awesome. So thank you, Natalie.
Yeah.
Have a good New Year.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Hi.
Subscribe to her YouTube channel too.
Yes, absolutely. All right. We have some live guests here. I'm going to pass the mic over because Alan wants to talk about his score once I find it. There it is. Because it's kind of an awesome story too. So let me give him the mic. So hold on a minute.
All right. Hello.
Okay.
I think that. Can we see Liz?
I'm fixing it. There we go.
Hey, everybody. So what's your like dream scenario as a reseller? Showing up at an auction where there's pretty much nobody there. And that's what happened here. And what makes this more interesting is this actually started as an estate sale. And the last day of the estate sale, you know, the regular stuff, half off. But I've never seen another company do this. But the estate sale company is a licensed auctioneer. So after the estate sale ends, everything gets auctioned. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give that a try. Never done that before. You know, I went to the estate sale. I saw there was literally an entire room of Elvis, this 95-year-old lady, and she was still there. She was just downsizing and wanted to get rid of stuff. And they were priced a little bit too high to really buy to resell. And even at the half price mark, you'll see some of the price tags on this for $30, $40, still too high to resell. So most of it remained there even through the half price sale. So they have the auction and there are 5 people that show up for the auction. I'm like bidder number 4. And it becomes very clear very quickly that nobody else is there to buy to resell. So I purchased this entire room of Elvis stuff, and this is only some of it. There's books. I listed a magazine like Elvis versus the Beatles for $100. It's up for sale for $100. There's pillows. There's records. There's just everything. Purchased the entire room for $31.
Oh my God!
Yes, and I've already sold hundreds. Still working on getting stuff listed. I've got Elvis TV trays. It's insane.
Oh
but amazingly insane.
Now, how many quarters is $31?
I think that's a, what was it, 124? It's pretty, and the auctioneer was like, wow, I've never done this before where there's not resellers here. But I think somebody was there to pick up, you know, most people were there just to pick up 1 or 2 things. And I picked up lots of other things. Like they had a whole record collection from the 60s and pristine collection. Got that for $10. They had a closet full. This person, I got to talk to her. She went to Oregon State, and her mom went to Oregon State like 100 years ago. And my kids are there right now. And I got like an entire closet full of Oregon State stuff for probably $10 as well. So just an amazing day. It's kind of crazy how it all played out. But yeah, this Elvis stuff is pretty spectacular.
Because it's in the styrofoam. That's the hardest part is shipping this kind of stuff, but it comes in its styrofoam. So that makes so much helps.
Yeah, that helps. That definitely helps a lot. That it's all in the original packaging, all has the certificate authenticity. So yeah,
Have you gotten it all listed?
it's not all listed. It's probably about half listed at this point. So yeah, I'm still working on it.
That's awesome. Has any of it sold?
Oh yeah, I've sold quite a bit of it. Yeah,
Nice.
hundreds of dollars worth so far.
You've made your $31 back.
Oh yeah, it did not take very long to make that back. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
Does Liz like to thrift and go to estate sales with you?
I love going to estate sales and garage sales.
Nice.
I think she likes it more than me, actually.
It's a novelty.
I'm like, I'm tired. I want to go home. She's like, no, we're gonna keep going. It's the opposite problem with you guys.
Good for you, Liz. Keep him out there.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Joe,
Sorry
Simon,
if that was on the other end. And Liz is working on cassettes right now, right? Yep. Cool.
Nice.
I love flipping cassettes. All right, we got a few more in here. I'll just go in order that they're sitting here. Hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Kevin, hi.
Hey, Kevin. Yay.
Look at that nice, neat, organized store.
Oh, wow.
One thing I know how to do, it's organize a stock room.
Well, when are you coming to Vegas, sir?
California.
Or Kentucky?
When you see this crap I have behind me.
Someone needs to alphabetize Bridget's VHS tapes.
Yeah. Beta.
Hey, I got a Betamax I got to sell. It's worth some good money too. So
It'll
don't be pooping on betas.
It'll go to Kentucky.
All right, like we've had a great variety of stuff tonight. Let's talk cameras.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, this was an auction, a box lot at an auction with several other camera parts and pieces. But this was a brand new Canon EOS.
Oh wow!
I don't remember the exact model at this point, but it had the strap, the lenses, the case, everything you see there. Plus, and it came in the original box.
Nice.
And
Wow.
I think the box cost us $10, and so there was several other things in there too, but we sold this for $600.
Wow.
Wow.
And I got an email from the buyer saying, "Thank you for selling it so low."
Oh, did that hurt?
I got $600. No, it was okay.
Nice.
I have never gotten that email.
It blew my mind.
That's
and you're like, you're so welcome. Come back and shop often.
The actual wording he said was, "Thank you for selling this at this price," but I interpreted it as selling it so low.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's on the horizons in the new year for you, buddy?
Well, I've got a lot to learn on eBay. My wife is the eBay expert, but she doesn't do it that much because she's full time and I'm retired. And so I'm learning all that stuff. So the things you guys have been teaching has been great for me learning, but I still have probably about half as much as what you see behind me that hasn't been listed.
Ooh, profit piles.
Yes, like four or five sections of shelving full of boxed up items because we moved this summer, this into the fall, and had to box it all up and be able to ship it here. So because we all moved about 100 miles, so
yeah.
But it's number one is to get better at selling on eBay. Amazon has been a staple for us for years and years. That's what I was really pushed back 10, 15 years ago with my company. But it's want to get product to resell on a repeatable basis on that. But yeah, I want to learn how to do Etsy and get into some other things too. So I've got a large board I want to fill. Let's see what happens.
Now, I see a lot of breakable stuff behind you. Is that kind of your focus?
That Kim is my wife, and she was a glass specialist.
Okay.
From 2000 to 2008 or so, and pretty much she got too busy to spend a lot of time on it. We had employees that did most of the stuff during that period.
But do you do any clothing, shoes? Is it mostly glassware, cameras, that kind of thing?
What we bought in the past is auctions.
Okay.
So it might be a might be a closet. It might be holiday items.
Okay.
We just, whatever is the deal is, we go for.
Gotcha.
I haven't bought a closet yet. That sounds like fun.
So apparently you are well missed, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Miss hanging out with you and Kim on the cruise. My mom says, "Hey, Kevin, miss you."
We had a great time on the
We have a
cruise,
fan club.
Yeah, no kidding.
and we've been to the Northeast Ohio group that Peggy runs, and it was a great. I'm a little far in Dayton to go every month, but I try to get us to where everything I can to learn as much as I can.
That's awesome.
I can't wait for our next cruise again. All our cruise buddies are coming on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for the next one too.
That's we'll work on it. We'll tell your lovely wife we all said hello.
Yes. Hi, Kim.
And thank you, sir, for coming on, and have a wonderful New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Thanks, buddy.
Stay healthy.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Oh, we got someone that just we had 3 more. Now we have 4 more. Cool. Hey, Rob, how are you?
Yeah, good yourself.
Hey, Rob.
I am good. Rob, what'd you send me, Rob?
The Blue Flame model car.
Oh, look at that. It was the next thing that was up. It's like the universe said hello. It was ready to go.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was in a lot that my wife picked up. It was an antique slot that we purchased in Chicago when we were traveling there in March. And oddly enough, she was, she thought it was probably the most worthless item in the whole lot. And she was about ready to donate it.
Wow.
Until I noticed it and realized what it was and started researching it a bit more. So,
how big is it?
It's about, I think it's 11 inches long.
Okay.
And it's a fairly rare item. It was only, there were only 20,000 of those models produced. It was issued by Gas Magazine, which is a defunct magazine now. So it was a rocket car that set the land speed record in 1970.
That's
so listed it for a high price and sold within, I think it was 2 days, if I remember correctly. So
wow.
It's like my Black Sabbath t-shirt. 2 days, boom, done.
Yeah.
Moving on to
And
something else.
I think we paid about 50 cents for it with the whole lot. So
Ooh, a little better than my Black Sabbath $90 shirt. You pulled a Peggy Smith there on that one. Hey, Bridget, I got a question for you because we haven't had you on the show in a while. You do a lot of retail arbitrage. Have you done any thrifting lately?
Oh, we've been doing lots of thrifting. We're getting more into it, and that's something that we've been going at it now. So it's been going well.
And
Yeah,
Bridget, have you been doing any thrifting?
Not lately.
When's the last time you thrifted? Like you went out and said, "I'm going thrifting."
Oh, it hasn't been that long. Maybe 6 weeks or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it just last month because that's when I found all that St. John stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, something just told me to go to the thrift store, so I went, and there it was.
Don't we all have that voice in our head?
Just the magnet.
I have a lot of voices in my head.
Hey, go grab what you thrifted the other day. It's in one of the tubs in the hallway. Fold it
Rob,
up.
is this eBay? Did you sell this on eBay?
Actually, this one I had listed on eBay, but it went through Bonanza.
Okay, that's why it looks
Okay.
confusing. And I'm going, okay, top rated seller, but it didn't look right. Oh, so you do sell on Bonanza too?
Yeah, yeah.
You do too. Not a whole lot, but 2 days in a row, I sold 2 sets of books, so I was happy.
Yeah, I mean, we don't sell tons on Bonanza, but I mean, gets more exposure, and you get those sales every once in a while. So
Yeah, and it's on the list, so it's doesn't cost us anything to list there.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So what's new for you in the new year, Rob? What are you going to work on?
Well, we've been slowly scaling up, and we're trying to organize some more and scale some more. So we're concentrating on eBay, and we sell on Amazon as well. So we're starting a bit on Poshmark this year. So I think we're going to concentrate on that as well.
So was
just,
that
trying to scale?
Was that a pun? You're scaling up because you have a scale up here. See?
No pun intended.
That's funny.
All right, so we all have that voice in our head that says stop at the thrift store. Now, my voice said stop at the thrift store because we need a bar height table in the Den of Sin. I really felt there would be one there that night. That wasn't there, but Stacy came back with Yep.
What is
San Marcos?
There we go.
There we go.
Stacey came back with a purple pink San Marcos Eagle blanket.
Love it.
Yeah, the lighting isn't doing it any justice here. It's way more purple and pink, but it's a color you never see. Flip it around, babe. Show the back.
Purple and pink eagle.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, you know, the voice talked. It just talked. It told me the wrong thing was going to be there.
But what
a table, I got two. Yeah, and she found two. So.
Oh my gosh, Stacey, what did the voice tell you when you found those awesome swivel chairs that are in your den that were bamboo that you picked up from?
Yeah, that Liz and Alan are sitting in right now.
Yeah, you said a voice told you to stop, and boom, you found those. So listen to the voice.
Listen to the voice. All right, Rob, thanks for stopping in, and that was cool. That was I love seeing everyone really had a variety of things tonight. So that was what was extra cool about tonight.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on. Happy
Nice
New Year,
to
everyone.
meet you, Rob.
Nice to meet
Bye,
you.
Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, thanks. Take care.
Have a good New Year.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Who is next? Now, I was trying to catch Melissa when she was laying down. I leaned back to Stacey. I said, I should just throw Melissa up. She was like all laid out. Just like no warning. And then she stood up. Oh, well.
I have to ask her now, how many pounds have you lost so far, girl?
Since my birthday, which is September 3rd, I've lost 35.
Good job.
Hey, hang on. That will get you some fireworks. Yes.
She walks and she watches what she eats. Good job.
I watch it.
Yes,
like my mouth.
I cut out basically. I cut out a lot of bread.
Yeah,
I cut out a lot of pasta and walk every day.
Good. That's good.
And all the sugary drinks.
I love your dog. You take your dog with you, right? That's hilarious.
Yep.
In your doggy Bjorn.
Well, okay, so when I first started walking, I tried to actually walk her like a real dog, and she just kind of would stand around and sniff the air, and a dog has been here, so I need to walk. So now I just take her in the carrier. It's much easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Christine said, "Show us a doggy again." Hang on. I'll put Melissa on the big screen. Hold on.
Is the dog smiling?
Oh.
Okay. So
smiling.
She has her tongue sticks out. About a year or so ago, we had to get a lot of her teeth removed, so she can't keep her tongue in her mouth anymore. So this is what she looks like now.
Our dog's the same way. Our Roxy's the same way. Her tongue's always hanging out.
Yeah.
All right. So Melissa's score. She apparently robbed Andrew Dice Clay's closet because that's a badass leather jacket.
I think that jacket is awesome. I gotta tell you, it was so hard to sell. I mean, I don't even wear a leather jacket, but like, look at it. It's awesome.
But the $240 in your pocket's even more awesome.
And you know what? I'm even more proud of this sale because the buyer was very upset about having tax on his item. And so I went out of my way, kill him with kindness. And, he was like, I'm going to return it when I get it. And I was like, you're more than welcome to. But when you get it, it is a pretty awesome jacket. So if you change your mind, I'll refund you the what you paid in the tax. And he was like, yep, this jacket's awesome. I'll take the refund. Done.
Well, that was nice of you.
So what did you refund him? The tax?
The sales tax?
Because of the tax. The sales tax.
Okay. I thought if it was so awesome, why did you want a refund? Okay, yeah.
All right. So Christine's got a great question. Maybe. Oh, yeah. How heavy was that jacket when you boxed it up?
That's a good question.
Can she hear us?
Did you pull your plug out?
I can. So my internet is kind of going in and out, and I have you attached to my phone internet. So every time I lose you on the computer, I'm listening to you on the phone. Sorry. I got you now. It was it weighed probably about, I want to say, almost 10 pounds.
Wow.
I would have thought even more than that.
Yeah, it was a heavy jacket.
Yeah. How did you pack that?
It really wasn't
like stab each other.
So I actually put it. in a box. I put it in a USPS rectangular box. I don't know which one it was, but it was one of the rectangular boxes.
Was it a flat? Was it the long flat Game Boy?
It wasn't the game one. It actually it was the game one. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Those are great for clothes.
Yes, I know. I get them every time I find them at the post office. I grab them all up.
Order them; they'll ship them to you.
I do that. I usually do that for the padded flat rates. I get them in the big box.
Nice. That's cool. I wonder if the person is a biker that bought it or just want to be.
I'm thinking more a punk rocker with that. That's not a biker jacket. If you wiped on that jacket,
I mean, with that jacket,
would jam into you.
People like wearing a headlight on you. All the headlights, reflecting off of it at night. The stars could see you.
I can't, and I found that for $20 at my local thrift store.
Nice.
I mean, like $20. Yeah, sign me up.
Oops, I meant to do that one. Yay, $20.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I find leather jackets in my size, it's the rare time I'll be a live model because I'm a big dude. So when I find them in my size, I show other big dudes here. I even say, here's my weight and height. So if you're in that range, here's how the jacket fits me. That's the rare time I'll actually model something because being a big dude is tough to find clothes that fit you well. So
yeah.
And I asked for advice on the thrifting board to price this back when I bought it. And so I definitely used all the resources I had available to me to get that sold.
Smart girl.
You rock. All right. Well, Melissa and I are going to be doing some stuff coming up in the near future. So stay tuned. You'll see more of Melissa.
Yay.
Awesome.
Oh, yes. Okay. I asked Melissa the other day if she was ballsy. And she said, like, jump out of a plane ballsy. So no. I said, no. She sent me a tiki mug, FOMO. I said, are you ballsy enough for me to open it live? She said, oh, yeah, that I'm ballsy enough.
Well, I mean, it's either going to be I nailed it or I didn't. Either way, it's a learning experience for everyone watching. That's it. Either I'm going to be really sad or feel really awesome.
All right. So if you don't know, FOMO is a way to ship any breakable mug. I shipped that candle today, FOMO, in a padded flat rate because padded flat rates are $7.33 anywhere in the country, including Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico.
We got this today from Jason. It was FOMO'd. I bought it for my husband, and it was FOMO'd, and it's perfect, and he's drinking out of it.
My wife is standing here waiting to see how well I did.
We have faith in you.
Yep. Dun, dun.
Applaud or console, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So far, it looks good. Hold it up.
It's going to be either the crying fish or the fireworks. We'll see.
Either way, a learning experience.
That was a little bit of extra cardboard.
Good job.
So the cardboard I started to wrap it in because it's very humid here. It felt a little soft, and so I was like, nope, I'm going to put another layer.
Good job.
If it fits, why not?
And I think we get 15 pounds in a padded flat rate envelope, so you don't have to worry about the extra weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just snip it?
Smells old. I see a little bit of pool noodles in here.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Good.
Well, because it's got little horns.
It's got little horns.
You're doing good so far. I'm giving you like 100 points already.
I'm impressed.
Good.
And we had this discussion so long ago. I forgot what the hell mug this was. Now I know, but well, I'll tell you, she did the bubble wrap well because I'm still trying to get her. There we
I
go.
just like to make sure when someone pays for something that they get it.
And we know
okay, well, we won't share the rest of it.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Perfect.
So that's made by Monk Tiki, one of the brands that I talk about, especially in all my Tiki webinars. And it's one of their skull devilly ones. And since our Den of Sin mug is the devil, and we have a whole kind of devil collection of mugs, this will fit perfectly in there. And Melissa sent us a very lovely pug blanket, but we didn't need to open that in there because, boy, if that broke.
Yes.
So good job. Thank you. This is awesome.
Of course.
Did you post about that in the group? Did you share that one in the group?
I did. I shared it immediately upon finding it.
Okay.
I mean, in the car.
Very smart. Very smart.
I remembered that.
Good job.
Well done.
You don't have that one, Jason?
Go ahead, Deb. What?
Is that one you didn't have yet? That mug, you didn't have it yet?
Oh, I did not have this one.
Oh, nice. Fine, Melissa.
Yeah. And funny, I had a mug delivered today that I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to open. And the person from the thrifting board who shipped it is like, and I'm like, I haven't had a chance to open my mail yet today. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that one for a couple weeks.
Yeah, the date of this was 11/14, so I'm a little behind.
Wow.
Bridget knows. Bridget has yelled at me. I've had a Bridget package on my bar for like 3 months.
Well, so now she addresses them to me.
Yeah, she tells Stacy, have him just open this right now.
Make sure he gets this package.
Look, I don't know if you can see, but yours was up there. There's 2 more mugs waiting to be opened from about the same period. So I'll get to them. All right, Melissa, thank you. Like I said, we got some stuff cooking for the new year, and you'll see Melissa around. And congrats on the weight loss. Good job. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Hopefully, I'll be on to the next 25 pounds here coming up.
Sweet.
This.
Tell your lovely wife I said Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I think we got 2 guests left, and then we'll call it a day. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Kathy's mic. Kathy, unmute yourself. Or can I do that? No, you got to unmute yourself, Kathy. Did you? Oh, there you go.
I did. Yep.
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for waiting.
No problem.
What'd you send me, Kathy? Which one?
I sent you the hula band.
Oh, look what was up next. Boom. It's like I planned this out, but I had no idea how the order would go. But it just happened to be the next thing.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
Aren't they cute?
Those are adorable. How much did you pay for those?
Auction.
I did it as an auction, and I bought them for about $25, I think. And I found them on
Bridget, what are you doing?
Bridget, bubble wrap.
Shipping. I just sold something and I got to get it.
I'm going to mute you then. Yeah. All over Kathy's story. Sorry, Kathy. Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
Bridget.
Anyway, I found them in the same town as me.
For a second. I don't know.
You found him in the same town as?
Yeah, on Facebook. And the guy had a whole case of all different bands. His wife collected them.
Man,
and she was deceased, and he was just looking to get rid of them.
Chalkware. Those are nice.
Yeah. And, I looked at them, and I was like, I remembered what Peggy had said about the bottom of them. And I was like, these I think are really old. And I had looked at the other ones that were on eBay, and they seemed like kind of cheesy, Yeah. And so I said, well, let me list them and see what happens. And I had bought them in the spring, and I had them, and they were like in a gift bag, kind of like just floppily wrapped. And I wasn't really, I just kind of had them. And then I was in Maine, and I was like, oh, I should just photograph them here on the railing. And it just so happened the lake was in the background, so that made a good background. So I think that
love
helps.
the background on this.
Yeah.
And so I put them up for Christmas for like a 5-day auction. I started them at $10, and I started getting bids right away.
Good.
That's awesome.
5 days. And the funny thing is that they were supposed to be delivered on the 24th, and they weren't. And then they attempted delivery today, and I don't have confirmation of delivery. They asked them to hold it at the post office.
Oh, probably on vacation, maybe.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could see there's some paint loss on there. But, I wish you could see the up close of the detail on the women's faces, especially. I mean, they're just so carefully painted. You know, they're just really beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, those are pretty.
You know, they kind of like remind me of like wartime in a way, you know.
Kind of pin up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my mom thinks that's so cool. Yeah, I've never seen these amazing, and I absolutely love the lake in the background for this backdrop on this item.
Yeah.
That is
Funny
so
how they came out.
cool.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to find something. Did I miss it? Did you buy more of the bands or just this one?
You know, I had bought another band. It was an African American band, and they were, but it was not what I thought it was to begin with. It was just really like a kind of a cheap plastic thing. So I decided not to do anything with that, and I just gave it to one of the kids. So I didn't buy anything else there.
Now, are you sure that
still has a bunch of stuff?
Are you sure that cheap plastic isn't vintage?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yeah.
Okay, make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, those are beautiful.
But I really have my eye on these. I really liked them.
Yeah, nice job.
Well done. Well done. All right. So
Thank you.
what's coming up new for you this year? What are you going to work on?
Well, you know something, I've been finding that I've been using Facebook Marketplace a lot more. I've had a couple illnesses in my family, and so I have to kind of stick close to home a bit, and I don't really know what's coming, you know, in a given day or week or whatever. So it's a little hard to try and list and stuff, and so I used my cell phone for that, and that was a little challenging. So I've just been doing the Facebook listing and using Saturday for that, and that's been a little bit more successful for me. So when I can do it, I do, and when I can't, I can't, and then I just accept that as a situation, and you know, go forward when we can.
That's smart.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, and that's
all you can do.
That's the right way to look at it. You do what you can do, and
Yeah.
when you can, you do. That's awesome. Well, congrats on that great sale. And thanks.
Thanks. It was fun. It was fun. I like finding those little fun things.
And someone said we should do this again. I'm like, yeah, I think we will. So
yeah,
that was a blast.
Those of you who are watching, save up your fun sales from the past month or two. Maybe we'll do this again in another month and let people pop in. It's very fun and energizing to see what everyone else is finding. I mean, the variety tonight.
Yeah.
Like if Stephanie and Eric hadn't ran over a piece of metal, they would have talked about the straitjacket they sold. So the variety tonight is just crazy. So it shows you that even though we all probably work the hardest at what we specialize in, you got to keep your eyes open for everything else.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot. The straitjacket was cheap, comparatively speaking. All right, Kathy, thank you very much. Have a wonderful.
Thank you.
Wait, I didn't give you fireworks. Hold on a minute.
Gotta
Boom.
have those.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kathy.
Have a great New Year, Kathy.
Thank you.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to end the show with Jennifer. Jennifer, unmute your mic, please.
Hello.
Hi, Thrift Junkie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I am dandy. We're going to wrap it up with you. You're it. You're the. You're actually, Bill will be because Bill's hiding over there. But
Bill's hiding.
All right.
All right, so Jennifer, you sent me 3 things, right?
Yeah, I sent you. I sent you baby swings.
Yeah.
2 big frames of those, and then lingerie, both of which I learned from the thrifting board.
Oh wait, someone didn't show up tonight. Hold on a minute. Where's the lingerie? Yeah, I had 2 other things loaded. Somebody else. Oh yeah, you said. All right. Hang on. I have to do this a little different because you just sent me so much. I'm like, all right, wait a minute.
I sent compilations of photos because it wasn't just one thing. It was.
Oh, so I'll do it this way.
Is Thrift Junkie your eBay user ID, or do you have a YouTube channel too?
No, that's my eBay user ID. It has been since about 1995, gosh, I don't know, 1990, back in the day when I was on AOL selling, and you had to have a really little username. It was Thrift JNKY because of the number of characters you could use. And then when I went to eBay, it was Thrift Junkie, and I've been on eBay since 1994, I think.
Cool.
A very long time.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, so you sent a whole bunch of lingerie pictures. So here's the first.
Yeah, so from the thrifting board, I watched one of the episodes about lingerie, and so I've been looking in the lingerie section. That's sort of my go-to section now. Most of these items, probably the most expensive item I probably paid $4.99 for, maybe. But I pick up most of them for $3.99 or less. Specifically women's bras. And people in the thrifting world probably don't, think, but they're small, they're easy to store, they're very easy to ship, and they make a pretty high turnover. They're easy to photograph. So I've learned about the different brands, and then I've through buying things that didn't sell for as much, what things not to look for. Like, for example, the basic nude color bras by, I don't know, let's say khaki. They don't sell very well, but it's ones that are a little more floral or lace or whatever will. And then I've learned about different name brands like the La Agent Provocateur. I've sold several of those that I picked up. And there was somebody that was very wealthy that donated a very large collection to a local thrift store. And I bought probably 3 bags worth of, not all the Agent ones, but in any case, it's been kind of a little, I guess, a bread and butter, because most of them I've sold for between $20 and $30.
Nice.
So thank you for whoever it was that put that information out there. It's been kind of a new little niche for me. My specialty has always kind of been toys. So I'm branching out
from toys to bras.
Yes.
And then to this. This just
like
looks
that one where I paid
dangerous
$3.99
to me.
Oh my
Old school.
And then I've also learned about the vintage baby swings. So I have sold 2 of them this year. This one I picked up for $9.99 at the thrift store, and I sold it, I believe, for $180.
No way.
And it's nice because it came in the box, so I was able to. I just used that box to ship, but I used the brown tape and packing stuff around it. And then I have another one that I just sold. The image isn't that good. Sorry.
Yeah, you need a tiny baby image.
It's too old to go back. It just sold in September, and eBay only holds 60 days worth, so I can't get the bigger image. But this one, the little chair comes off and can be used as a carrier. Now, this one I did pay a little more for. I paid $40 at the thrift store for it. This is a Graco Swing-O-Matic, and I sold it in September for $225.
Oh my gosh! Did you go to movie prop houses by chance?
Unfortunately, this one sold. That last one sold while I was on a cruise.
Okay.
When I got off the cruise, I saw that it had sold. There was some issue with eBay with my email address that was missing a character. So they had paid for it, but I didn't receive the funds. So we ended up canceling it. And as soon as I relisted it, someone else bought it out from under them. So.
Oh, wow.
But that tells me maybe $225 was a little too low.
So those are obviously vintage. So I don't think people would put their babies in those now because they don't
Yeah, I don't think so. I think what people also do if they have doll collections.
Oh yeah.
I think they use them for display of their doll areas. I know the first person that got one, they were super excited to get it. It has that little canopy that goes in the front or in the back for like if you're outside in the sun. I had never seen one like that. And so I wouldn't have normally paid $40 for a vintage baby swing, but after selling this one for they think it was $175. I was like, okay, well, I know, and it sold very, within, I don't know, maybe 5 days of listing it. So I knew it was a good thing to look out for. And somebody on this show had talked about these, and so that's why I picked them up.
Oh, so these are good. The vintage ones are better. Man, I never see them anywhere, but I'm sort of going to be looking for them now.
No kidding. So what's on your horizons, Jennifer? What are you going to work on next year?
Next year, I want to work on organizing my stuff a little bit better.
Call Kevin; he'll come right over.
So yeah, I'm kind of working on that, and I'm also thinking about kind of branching out to the offer up, and then I'm also using Marketplace a little more now that Marketplace has that shipping available. So they just put that out in the last month, and I didn't realize it till I listed some stuff locally. So I'm going to be cross-posting some of my items. I sell on Mercari primarily. My secondary source would be Poshmark, and then third is probably Marketplace, and then eBay and Bonanza. I do have an eBay store, but I've only had it for about 3 months now. But my sales are not as high on there as they are on Mercari. So.
Oh, good. So you're a Mercari expert. We'll be talking.
Yes, I've sold 1,800 items on Mercari in 2 years, about $32,000 worth.
Crap. Yes,
Wow.
Debbie, write that down. We're talking to Jennifer about Mercari.
I've
That's
been
what
waiting.
I'm working on in the new year.
I've been waiting for one. Great.
Yeah, I think I messaged Jason a while ago that I could, but then I never followed through. So
Yeah,
I'm happy to help.
We got you now, girl.
Heck yeah. I was going to ask Bridget something. What the hell was it? Are you using Marketplace, Bridget?
Yeah.
And has anyone why think that you had to ship for Marketplace?
No,
Just been local?
just local. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something we're going to keep pushing the new year's. Make sure you're using all your avenues to sell. Like when I saw that person saying they're leaving eBay and going elsewhere, my question would have been, had I wanted to participate, was why weren't you elsewhere already?
Yeah.
You should not be just in one place. You should be, shoot, Jennifer Success and Mercari. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so far behind.
And I also do local children's consignment sales as well. So I get rid of a lot of items on there of my own daughters and things that haven't sold through that. So
smart. She's a hustling girl.
Heck yeah. You'll see her again on Thrifty Business very soon. All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you very much for being the last pop-in guest. It was an awesome show. So thank you, Jennifer, and have a wonderful new year.
okay, thanks, you too.
Bye, Jennifer.
Bye.
All right. So we got one last guest. Lean over here, Bill.
Lean in.
My glasses.
Like the glasses. Look at
that.
that.
My new brother here.
I love that.
Glasses.
All right. So Bill had a great sale. There it is. Hold on. Let me pop that up in here. Shabam.
Yeah. This wasn't just one sale. Debbie drug home a couple of sets of these encyclopedias that weren't full sets. And so instead of trying to sell them, as a smaller set than the full set, we decided to go ahead and try and sell these individually. So she paid $1 for each. We've sold 30 encyclopedias this year. And those 30 volumes sold for $462.74. So when you sell the full set, the average price is about $11 per encyclopedia, and we get about 15, a little more than 15 per encyclopedia doing it separate.
Plus shipping.
That's right. So I just like them because once we get them listed, we put them on the shelf and we just go up there and pick them off as they sell. And, we talked earlier about phone books and how people, why do people still make phone books? And I think a lot of people think the same thing about encyclopedias. But you can see we've done really well with the encyclopedias this year.
World Book is the one that the schools and the libraries endorse and recommend. So you always want to look for World Book. And these are 2015 and 2016 volumes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One lady bought 4 volumes that spelled out her grandson's name. And I thought, well, that's interesting.
A lot of people use them for shelves, just for decorating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sitting on when they're on YouTube shows.
Yeah. And they were ex-libraries, so we had to peel all the stickers off. We cleaned them up with Vestine and clean them up as best we can. And you have to go through them. I had a set once, and I paid my daughter to go through the whole set. She found a whole big square had been cut out of one of them.
I wonder what they were hiding in that. Librarian did a little.
So you do. Oh, and then this set of books. Did we pay $10 for this? We found them at our one of our favorite local thrift stores, and they were all in a box. This isn't actually our photo. This set sold months ago, and I can't find it, so I had to piece this together. So it's 49 of them. So for $180, and they were all in a box. And I was like, oh my gosh, score. And they wanted like, I forget how much for it. And I asked the lady for a really good deal. And I think we bought the whole box for $10.
Yeah.
And so we sold them for $180. And these books, I haven't done the math here. They usually sell for around $9 new. You can still find these, but when you get a whole bunch of these together, look what you can sell them for.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, that was one hell of a show. I want to thank my constant two co-hosts, Bridget and Debbie. Andrew had to run. We'll find out what happened there later. But I want to thank one last person.
Yay!
You guys finish your drink yet?
No.
That's it. Get out.
You're fired.
We had her running around getting stuff for you.
Shockingly, my best thrifting cohort partner ever has become her. And I say shockingly for those of you who may be new, she hates thrifting or hated thrifting. And especially even at record stores, which I love the most, I could feel the look change on her face, even if I wasn't near her, and I knew we had to leave.
It's like the Force.
Yeah. but she's gotten so good at it. Plus, part of it is watching all of you in the thrifting board and watching our guests on Thrifty Business, because Stacy gets excited. She sees things and she's like, oh crap, I saw one of those yesterday. I gotta go back and find it. So
I think my competitive nature has helped.
Yes.
I don't want to. We're not leaving empty-handed. We're finding something before we leave.
yeah, when she brought back the two San Marcoses the other day, she's like, and I'm done.
Yeah, we can leave.
You might.
You barely find one, and she finds two.
So thank you, my dear, for being the greatest.
Yes, we love you, Stacy. Another cruising buddy. Woo!
So thank you, everybody. It's been a great year of Thrifty Business and selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. Shout out to my mom. We got a lot of good stuff coming up in the new year. Got a lot of great guests lined up. We got a lot of great guests from tonight.
Yes, that's why we did this actually.
Yeah, you said it.
I could interview
Fishing.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you would have thought that was the whole plan. Debbie and I have planned that the first episode of the new year is going to be what are your goals for this year, and then we're going to revisit those goals on December 26th of next year. So a year from today. So we're going to find a guest
You've
who's
been warned.
Yeah. So we're going to find a guest who's good at, like, either setting goals or achieving their goals. So if that's you and you want to be on the show, hit us up, me or Debbie. We are not going to be doing selling past our expiration date on Sunday this week. Too busy with the new year. My birthday's on Monday. I got to do a webinar on Monday, and we're having a party. So I want everyone to have a wonderful new year. And I have this graphic ready. And then this one, yay, happy new year. So,
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Oh, and thanks to the computer must have died. Say thanks to the live studio audience.
Bye.
We're now going to go grab dinner with. And thanks to all of you for making the Thrifting Board and my YouTube channel just an amazing place to hang out. I love getting the show together every week. I love getting into the Thrifting Board every morning to see all the successes you guys have had. So thank you. And thank you again, all my admins. And thank you, Debbie. And Bridget, your turn is coming up to come visit.
I need to get out there.
And I want to give an extra special shout out to Jared, that'd be Bridget's husband, who was so kind to take his daughter Jean shopping and nail shopping, so Bridget could do the show tonight without interruption.
Jared. And I have to say a big cheers to the big kahuna. I've known Jason for 10 years. He is the real deal, and he really does care about everybody's success, because I half the time I'm like, why are you bothering or whatever? But he really does. He really does care, and I've seen what he's done behind the scenes for people to help them and encourage them. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much, Jason. Thank you for the Thrifting Board, the Thrifty Business, everything that you do to help all of us be successful.
Oh, you're very welcome. I enjoy every minute of it. It's the best job I've ever had, selling online and then teaching others to do it. Oh my God, I love every moment of every day. So
you're the best. You're the best Thrifting Board daddy.
Yes. And my mom's proud of me. So
yes, she should be.
She should be.
All right, everybody, go have a great New Year's Eve. Have a great New Year's Day. Be safe, be sane. And Stacey and I will be rocking out to Lizzo.
Oh, have fun.
I have no idea who Lizzo is. I'll have to Google that.
I bet you do know who she is.
Every third commercial on TV right now is a Lizzo song. So
I just learned who Billie Eilish.
You didn't learn too well, apparently.
But I will see you in 2 weeks. We're going to see Tool.
Yes, we're going to Tool. So Lizzo to Tool in 2 weeks is a heck of a change. So thank you, everyone. Have a great new year. We will see you in the new year with new guests, new webinars, all kinds of fun stuff. And those of you in Atlanta, I'll see you in Atlanta in a couple weeks.
Yeah, sell that out. Sell that class out. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.